Okay, we're going to do a quick training video here on our new ventilation system from Air Systems International. Just got this in. It's in the trailer. In the training program, there's a picture of where it's at in the trailer. It's right up here in the front corner. So we've got basically a couple components that we'll go over here. Start down at this end with the canister. This is just a storage canister for the ducts. On the front, there's a tab that you pull. It goes over a button, and there's two ducts in there right now that we have. I have the one out as the 6-foot duct, and then there's a 15-foot duct down in there yet. So that's that piece of equipment. This is the universal holder for the saddle vent, and we'll look at how that works. It has a hook on this side. On this side is where the manhole cover or something heavy would set so that the saddle vent does not go into the manhole. The fan here has outlets on both sides that'll fit an 8-inch or a 10-inch duct. The ones that we have right now are 8-inch duct. As the training, some of the training literature shows, on both sides of the handle there's airflow arrows showing you which way the airflow goes, and then a simple pull switch to turn the fan on and off. The fan does have an explosion-proof plug on it, so as long as we're plugged into a good electrical outlet, the fan will ground itself through this plug. And then we have our duct. Like I said, this is the 6-foot piece. There's a 15-foot piece in there. These are pushed together and down in that tube. The 6-foot piece currently has the orange plastic holding it together. So the orange is the 6-foot and the other one is the 15-footer. On these ducts, these are the fan, all of our equipment, the black ductwork, the saddle vent are all made to use in an explosive environment. Within the duct, sewn in on the inside is a grounding wire. It's a black plastic coated wire with a metal piece on the end. You don't pull it out of the duct, you just bring it out about this far. Since the fan is grounded through the plug, there's no need to do anything on the fan side. However, when you're connecting it to the 90, and we'll show the whole setup here in just a second, if you can zoom in, there's a grounding lug on the 90, and the wire, you need a small screwdriver, and the wire simply inserts in the hole, and then you would just screw it down to tighten it, and that would ground. These pieces of plastic are made of conductive material, so it's to reduce any static electricity charge that we have. The last piece of equipment we have is what's called the saddle vent. This is a piece of equipment made exclusively by Air Systems International. As you can see, I'll put it sideways. This would be where your manhole's at, going down into the manhole, the flat side. This would be where your universal mount holds on to. So when you put this together, this would come in here, it'll slip in. This lays basically beside the manhole with the manhole cover on it, keeps the saddle vent from going down in. And if I show you from the front, give you a little turn, you can see it's much wider. So this gives the person going into the confined space area a little bit of extra room rather than having that 8-inch or 10-inch duct facing out. So we're going to pretend here that this side of the table is our confined space. So this would be where we're going in. So we'll start from this side. Again, if we need positive or negative ventilation, we have to pay attention before we start hooking things up which direction the airflow is going. So right now both arrows are pointing that way, and again, it's on both sides of the fan, yellow sticker. The ductwork is like a heavy kind of plasticky canvas material, and it has buckles on it. So all you do is basically put this on. There's a rib here for the 8-inch and a rib here for 10-inch. So you want to slide this on, Make sure that you've got it slid on at least so the buckle and the strap is past that ridge. You'll clip your strap together, and then holding it, I'm going to roll it forward just so you can see a little better, but then you'll just cinch it down, and you kind of got to make sure you do it a couple times here. Make sure that you got it pretty good and snug. That takes care of the fan side. On the elbow side, so we're going down, again, we're working towards the opening. We're going to put our the piece with the flange of the 90, that's for the duct. So again, I've got my wire out. I'm going to put my duct over the flange. I'm going to, I can't roll it because it's the way the duct is, but just trust me on that. I'm going to tighten it up, and then I can roll it this way. And I've got a small screwdriver, which I'll get a couple and put in the trailer. And then I take my wire, insert in, and give it a small turn to tighten the grounding wire on. We don't need to go nuts, just as long as it has connection. So we're good from the fan to the duct to the 90. Then we're going to set the 90, simply just sets on top of the saddle vent. I may have to pull this over a little bit to give it some stable. But now we're basically down into the hole, and then in the other end of the tube we have the 15-foot piece that would go on that end, and then you could take that to wherever that needs to be. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to unhook the saddle vent, and I'll turn the fan on just so that you can kind of hear. It's not a real noisy fan. It's real nice. It's nice and quiet, but it does give us a lot of air. So I'm going to go ahead and stop talking for a second, and I'm going to turn that on. And turn it off again, just simply press the button in, fan is off. Pretty simple operation. If there's any questions, feel free to let me know. We can get answers on that. Like I said, I'll get a couple of screwdrivers and put with the equipment. The equipment is stored up here in the front. Again, this is our new ventilation system from Air Systems International.